To automatically turn a Gmail email into a ClickUp task, you'll create a Zap in Zapier that watches your inbox and writes matching messages straight into your chosen list. Once it's running, any email that meets your rules becomes a trackable work item carrying its subject, sender, and body inside ClickUp. If this helps you clean up your workflow, hit like and subscribe, and let's build the automation step by step. First, open your browser and head to the Zapier website, then sign in to your account. The dashboard is where you'll manage every connection and workflow, so wait for it to fully load before you click anything else. One thing I always check before starting a new Zap like this is that both the Gmail and ClickUp apps are already connected under My Apps in the left sidebar. If they aren't connected yet, it's fine. Zapier will prompt you later, but connecting them now saves you a back and forth because you'll be asked to grant permission twice in a row. You just click the app tile and follow the OAuth pop-up. It's the same standard Google or ClickUp login you use every day. Once you see green check marks next to each app, you know the handshake is solid and you won't hit a roadblock mid-setup. Now click the Create button up in the top left corner and select Zaps from the drop-down. The Zap editor opens with a blank trigger step already waiting for you. This is the canvas where every automation starts. I name my Zap right away so it doesn't get lost in the list later. Hover over the default untitled Zap at the top, click it, and type something clear and specific like Gmail to ClickUp Nigoy client follow-ups. That becomes your search term when you have a dozen Zaps and need to find this one fast. After naming, look at the left panel where the trigger and action steps live. The structure is always trigger first, then any actions you need. For this workflow, you'll keep it simple. One trigger, one action. Click that trigger box to open the app picker, type Gmail in the search bar, and select it. Now you need to choose the exact event that kicks off your Zap. You'll see several options, but the two that matter here are New Email and New Email Matching Search. New Email fires on every single incoming message, which sounds convenient, but gets messy instantly. Even promotions, social notifications, and spam can create tasks, cluttering your ClickUp list and burning through your Zapier task limit. I almost always pick New Email Matching Search because it lets you borrow Gmail's own search syntax, things like label, urgent, from client example, com, or subject, invoice, right inside the Zap. So select that, then connect your Gmail account if Zapier asks. The configure screen has a field labeled search string. This is where you write your filter exactly as you would in Gmail's search box. Start small, maybe test with label to do from your own email domain first. After you enter it, click continue, then click the test button. Zapier will pull the most recent email that matches your search and show you a preview of the data it found. Check that the subject, body, and sender look right. If nothing shows, your search might be too narrow or no matching emails exist yet. Go send yourself a test email that fits the filter and try again. The sample data is exactly what will be available to map in the action, so make sure it contains everything you want in your task. Next, click the plus sign below your trigger to add an action step. Search for ClickUp and choose it. Then select the Create Task action. Connect your ClickUp account if you haven't already. The authentication is quick. Now the real mapping begins. First, you pick where the task lands. You'll see drop-downs for workspace, space, folder, and list. This hierarchy matters. If your folder doesn't appear, it's probably because you've got the wrong space selected one drop-down above. I've seen that trip up even experienced users, so go top-down. Pick the workspace that contains the team or client, then the space that holds the project, then the folder and the list. Get all the way down to the specific list where the task belongs. Right below that, the task name field appears. Map it to the email subject line by clicking inside the field and selecting the Gmail subject variable from the drop-down. That gives you a clear, readable task title without any typing. For the description, I always include the full email body, but I also add a line break and the phrase original email, followed by the link to email variable from Gmail. This way, your task description contains the message content plus a direct clickable link back to the Gmail thread. Saves you from hunting through the inbox later. If you use custom fields in ClickUp, you can map the sender's email address to a custom text field here too. For the assign I, you might leave it blank and handle that in ClickUp, or set it to yourself if you want to own every task initially. Don't forget the due date. I typically map the email's received date as the task creation date and then manually set a due date in ClickUp. But if you're processing time-sensitive client emails, you might map today's date and set a due date relative to that. Just be mindful, if you pick a static date, every task will get the same deadline, which probably isn't what you want. Once the fields are mapped, click Continue to move to the test phase. Zapier now shows a test button for the action step. Click it, and you'll get a success message along with a snippet of the task data it's sent to ClickUp. Don't just glance at the green check mark. Open your ClickUp list in another tab and look at the newly created task. Check the title, the description's formatting, and that the link back to Gmail actually works when you click it. I've had tests where the body came through fine, but the link wasn't clickable because I'd accidentally mapped a plain text version. If anything's off, tweak the mapping right in the action step and test again. When you're happy, close the test results and review the flow from start to finish. Once you're confident, click the Publish button in the top right corner. The Zap toggles on immediately, so now any new email that matches your search string will create a task automatically. To be absolutely sure, send yourself a test email that fits the filter and watch the ClickUp list. It usually takes a minute or two for Zapier to poll Gmail, but it will land. After that, keep an eye on the Zap's History tab, accessible from the dashboard, for any red errors. If a task fails, it's usually a permissions drift. Just reconnect the app and retry. You've now built a direct pipeline from Gmail to ClickUp that turns important emails into actionable tasks the moment they arrive. You can clone this Zap and tweak the search string for different clients, projects, or labels without starting from scratch. When your workflow shifts, just pause the Zap, adjust the list or field mappings, and republish. Thanks for watching, and save this video wherever you keep your automation notes so you can revisit the steps whenever you need them.